Good Thursday morning. I'm Dwayne Nelson. A Johnson City house fire that claimed the life of a city man remains under investigation, and authorities are still trying to identify the victim. It happened early yesterday morning at a duplex on Lamont Street. Assistant Fire Chief Mark Finucane said when firefighters went in the back entrance of the building, they found the victim. No one else was hurt in that blaze. Officials are hoping to determine the cause of the fire and where it started. A positive identification of the victim is hopeful. More physicians groups have signed contract agreements with United Healthcare to participate in its 2012 AARP Medicare Advantage plan. Company spokesman said Highlands Physicians Group sent United Healthcare's contract proposal to its associated medical practices for consideration, and a significant number have accepted that offer, including Houston Medical Group, Mountain Region Family Medicine, and Wellmont Physician Services. Those practices that have declined the offer will be considered out of network. A retired Navy captain and former executive vice president of a local company has admitted in U.S. District Court in Greenville to knowingly receiving child pornography. 56-year-old Timothy Landstrom was remanded into the custody of the U.S. Marshal Service pending his sentencing on May 21st of next year. Lindstrom most recently served as Vice President of Nuclear Fuel Services in Irwin, as Director of Nuclear Operations until November of last year. He faces up to 20 years in prison. The city of Kingsport has two potential buyers for the old Kingsport Foundry site. Before the land can be sold, though, it must undergo more environmental testing, which will cost the city upwards of $100,000. City Manager John Campbell is optimistic that a deal can be struck.
One would be probably just about an acre they need. The other one would probably take the rest of the property, other than the landscaped area, which belongs to the city, of course. So we're real hopeful that these might pan out.
In the meantime, the city can pursue the sale of the land as long as the prospective buyers agree to land use restrictions, which prohibit the establishment of certain developments on the property, such as residential housing, parks, and playgrounds. One Rogersville school has received straight A's on this year's state report card. Rogersville City Schools has achieved this benchmark in all four academic subjects on the Tennessee Comprehensive Assessment Program scores. Kingsport man accused of shooting his former girlfriend and her mother at a city apartment has waived his preliminary hearing and had his case bound over to a Sullivan County grand jury. David Cook is charged with attempted murder and especially aggravated burglary. Misty Martinez and her mother, Kathy Enman, were shot in the lower abdomen at Model City Apartments in October. Christmas trees account for 250 fires each year. According to the U.S. Fire Administration, that results in an average of 14 deaths and more than $13.8 million in property damage. Wendy Van Kuren is with AAA and says we need to follow certain precautions when decorating for the holidays.
I always use those non-flammable decorations. Make sure to place your candles in non-flammable containers and lit in a place where they can't be knocked over or reach anything that could ignite.
You should never use electric lights on a metallic tree, by the way, and unplug those lights when you leave home or you go to bed. I'm Dwayne Nelson. Have yourself a great Thursday.